Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, members of the media. Today we have the President of Dato' Sri Hishamuddin Tun Hussein, Acting Minister of Transport, Dato' Abdul Aziz Kaprawi, Deputy Minister of Transport, Dato' Abdul Rahim Bakri, Deputy Minister of Defence, Dato' Hamza Zainuddin, Deputy Minister of Foreign Affairs, Dato' Azharuddin Abdul Rahman, Director General, Department of Civil Aviation, and Ahmad Jawriyaya, Chief Executive Officer, Malaysian Airline System. Ladies and gentlemen, members of the media, to start off the press conference this evening, I hereby call upon Dato' Sri Hishamuddin Tun Hussein, Acting Minister of Transport, to deliver his statement. Sir, if you please do us the honor.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Ladies and gentlemen, it has now been 56 days since MH370 went missing. The fact that MH370 is still not found after more than 7 weeks of searching on land, air and sea indeed highlights the complexity of this entire mission. Nevertheless, we are resolute in our commitment to find MH370 and will continue to intensify our search efforts. On that note, as promised by the Prime Minister last week, we have released the preliminary report that was sent to ICAO along with additional information. This is consistent with our stand that in the interest of openness and transparency, all information which does not jeopardize the investigation or the search operation should and will be made public. It must be stressed that the report made public yesterday is a preliminary report. Nevertheless, as I repeatedly stressed since the beginning, we really have nothing to hide. Meeting with Angus Houston and Jean-Paul Trudeau this morning. Earlier today, I met with retired Air Marshal Angus Houston, who has been leading the Joint Agency Coordination Centre, JACC, in Perth, coordinating the search of MH370 in the Southern Indian Ocean, and Mr. Jean-Paul Trudeau, the head of the French investigation team for Air France Flight 447 and the former head of the Aviation Accident Investigation Bureau. The presence of these two individuals in Kuala Lumpur is to discuss the new phase we are entering into the search operation. The meeting was a testament to Malaysia's inclusiveness in coordinating the next phase of this unprecedented search, and it reaffirms our relentless commitment as well as that of the international community in searching for MH370. Progress regarding the subcommittees. The 3 subcommittees or ministerial committees led by the 3 deputy ministers have been meeting and efforts have been intensified to prepare ourselves for the next phase. Let me now update you on this progress. The technical committee. The international investigative team, which is led by Dato' Koh Soo Chon, the former Director General of the DCA and a former permanent representative to ICAO Council in Montreal, has commenced investigations on the incident as stipulated by the terms of reference laid down by ICAO. The investigation team has convened 5 times so far, and progress will be reported in due course. In respect of the Next of Kin Committee, yesterday Malaysian Airlines had announced it will make advance compensation payments as soon as possible to the nominated next of kin who are entitled to claim compensation. The compensation package is aimed to meet the immediate economic needs of the families. I would like to reaffirm the government's stand as iterated yesterday by Hamza Zainuddin, the Deputy Foreign Minister who heads the Next of Kin subcommittee, that we are confident in Malaysian Airlines' commitment in assisting and supporting the families of those on board MH370. And on that note, I would also like to record our sincerest appreciation to the Chinese government for their strong support on this matter. I strongly urge that Malaysia Airlines continue to engage the families of the passengers as we enter this new phase. It is imperative for us to maintain and improve the communication platforms and channels which have been established between the airline and the families in the past 8 weeks. The designated family members of the passengers, wherever they are, must be kept informed consistently and timely on significant developments relating to the search. We owe it to the families to keep them abreast with the progress and to get to the bottom of this incident. On asset deployment, we have had detailed discussions with several Malaysian companies, namely Petronas, Deftech, Baustad, and Sapura Kencana in the past few days on deploying specialized assets. These highly specialized underwater systems and platforms include the autonomous unmanned vehicles, AUVs, deep water towed side scan sonars, remotely operated vehicles, ROVs, and support vessels to deploy these assets to join in a new phase of the search mission. It is important for all the Malaysian entities involved in this effort to be on the same page, working as one team, flying the Malaysian flag to find MH370. My trip to Canberra. Next week, I will lead a delegation to Canberra to attend the trilateral ministerial meeting, which will be hosted by our Australian counterparts on the 5th of May. The meeting will be chaired by the Deputy Prime Minister of Australia and the Minister of Infrastructure and Industry. I will be accompanied by the heads of the 3 subcommittees, the Deputy Minister of Defence, the Deputy Minister of Transport, and the Deputy Minister of Foreign Affairs, along with Dr. Azharuddin from the DCA, Ahmad Jahri from MAS, and other relevant representatives from the respective ministries. In addition, a Chinese delegation will also be joining us for the meeting led by the Transport Minister, His Excellency Ya Chuang-Tang, and accompanied by the Vice Minister of Transport, His Excellency He Jiangzhong, and the Vice Minister of Foreign Affairs, His Excellency Zi Hangsheng, and other senior government officials. On the lead regarding Bay of Bengal, on the Bay of Bengal allegation, we agree with Angus Houston's statement that this claim is highly unlikely. Many leads in the past have proven to be negative, and this is similar to what we have done before. There's nothing new, but we have informed the lateral states to verify this claim. Currently, there are 3 naval ships from Bangladesh, including a survey ship in the search area, and to date, nothing has been found. As we enter into the new phase of this search, ladies and gentlemen, we are grateful for the continued support that we have received from the international community, as well as stakeholders domestically. We are also heartened by the new support from countries who have come forward, but were not in the initial phase of the SAR operation. We will strive to overcome the new challenges facing the search operations in this new phase, which requires expensive, sophisticated, and complex underwater assets. And as always, our thoughts and prayers remain with those on board MH370 and their families, and the search goes on. Thank you.